few months ago, I was about to take Ozempic. Then I saw something I couldn't stop thinking about. The people have been open about using Ozempic looked different. They didn't look just thinner, they looked older. I had to figure out why. Last year, after I stopped birth control, I gained some weight. No matter what I did, I couldn't lose that weight. And it was so frustrating. In my frustration, I thought maybe I should take Ozempic, not for a long time, 2 to 3 weeks, just to get the weight off. But before I could put Ozempic in my body, I had to research this drug. But the more I learned, the more questions I had. So let's start with the first question. Does Ozempic actually make people look older? The first thing I wanted to know, is Ozempic face real, or is just another thing made up by social media? The answer surprised me because it was actually yes and no. Ozempic face is not an official medical diagnosis. It's not listed as a side effect on the FDA list, but dermatologists are seeing a pattern that is starting to be recognizable. Less fullness in the cheeks, hollowing around the eyes, skin that sags where it wasn't before. And now researchers are actually measuring it. One study has found that a person that loses about 22 pounds on GLP-1 medication would lose on average about 7% of the volume in their mid-face. So the change people are noticing is not imaginary. But that still doesn't prove that Ozempic itself is what is aging the face. Maybe just revealing what happens when facial fat disappears quickly. Sharon Osbourne and Rebel Wilson both confirm using Ozempic. Meghan Trainor confirmed using a different GLP-1 medication. And there are others. Kathy Bates, Rosie O'Donnell, even Elon Musk, they have all been open about using GLP-1 medication. Seeing this transformation is what got me asking questions in the first place. Something about the face was different too, not just the number on the scale. But then I found something that completely changed the way I looked at this. Ozempic face is real, but is Ozempic actually causing it? Or would the same thing happen to anyone who lost that much weight with or without the drug? At this point, I thought maybe Ozempic is not the problem. And here's what I found. Most dermatologists agree that Ozempic itself is not the cause of it. It's rapid weight loss. Your face has fat, healthy fat. It gives you round cheeks, a softer jawline, support under your eyes. Lose weight quickly and you lose it there too. This surprised me. It's not unique to Ozempic at all. Doctors have seen this after bariatric surgery, crash diets, rapid illness-related weight loss. The difference is now how many people are losing weight fast, all at once, and in public. So why call it Ozempic face at all? Honestly, it's a little like calling every tissue a Kleenex. The name stuck, but the story is not fully closed. Researchers are still studying whether these medications are going to affect collagen or muscle beyond the weight loss. We don't have the final answer yet. And that's where the whole thing got complicated for me. This is where it stopped being a question about Ozempic and it became a question about women over 40. And of course, I started to get nervous. First, we naturally lose fat as we age. It's easy to think that youthful skin, it's about having smooth skin, but it's not. It's actually about volume. As we get older, we naturally lose fat in the cheeks, in the temples, around the eyes. One thing you have to realize, facial fat is not the enemy. Some of it is what keeps our face looking youthful and plump. Second, our skin becomes less elastic. Even if two people lose the exact same amount of weight, their skin won't respond the same way because as we age, we produce less collagen and elastin, the proteins that help the skin snap back into place. Third, we have less reserve. A 20-year-old that loses 25 pounds starts with more collagen, more fat pads, more elasticity. A 46-year-old is going to start with less of all of that. And those are the things that got my attention fast. Fourth, Muscle matters more after 40. We naturally lose muscle mass as we age unless we actively work it, and even though it's hard not to lose it. And if you lose more muscle during rapid weight loss, your whole face and body is going to look less supported. Put all of this together and that's that tired look, sunken eyes, deeper shadows, looser jawline, even when someone is actually healthier. I'm not saying women over 40 are too old to lose weight. Our faces have already been changing for years. Rapid weight loss on top of that will just make it more visible. But there was still one thing I couldn't figure out. If rapid weight loss was the whole story, everyone who lost 30 pounds would look the same, but they don't. Turns out it's never just one thing. The first one really surprised me. Not everyone stores facial fat the same way. Some people naturally carry more in their cheeks or their temples. Others carry almost none there. Start with a fuller face and the transformation can look far more dramatic. Then there is how much weight is lost and how fast. 10 pounds is not 60. Losing 40 pounds in 4 months is so different than losing that 40 pounds over a year. Genetics is something we cannot control. Some people naturally make more collagen, hold on to volume longer. Muscle matters too, and so does existing skin quality, sun damage, elasticity, thickness. There isn't an Ozempic face gene. Nobody can predict exactly what's going to happen to one person. If I decided to take Ozempic, this is exactly what I will have to find out. If someone does decide to take it, is there anything they can do to actually protect the way they look? The answer seems to be yes, at least to some extent. Probably you cannot get rid of the risk completely, but there are things that can reduce it. Number one, protein. Ozempic reduces appetite so much that people stop eating enough protein, and that makes it so hard to hold on to muscle while you lose weight. Second thing, resistance training. Not to build muscle, to keep what you already have. 3, don't rush it. Faster weight loss is linked almost all the time to looser skin and hollowing in the face. And we have to face the reality. No cream, no serum, no collagen powder is going to replace the facial fat that we lost. Skincare improves the quality, but it doesn't restore lost volume. Would be nice if it did. A girl can dream. The biggest thing I took from this chapter, the goal is not just to lose weight, it's losing fat while preserving muscle. After answering all of these questions, there was only one left. When I started to research Ozempic, I wasn't planning to make this video. I was trying to make a decision for my body. I realized if I make the decision to take this drug, the goal is not to lose just the weight. The goal was this, to lose the weight without losing the things that make us look youthful. I realized that for me, Ozempic was not the right choice. I couldn't do it. But I want to be clear, every situation is different. Some people are managing diabetes. Some are dealing with obesity. Some truly need this medication. And that was not the conversation I was having with myself and the research I was doing. My goal was to lose a little bit of weight without looking older afterwards. For now, I can't take Ozempic. I cannot control the effects it's gonna have on my body. So I decided I'm going to focus on something I can control. My ageless skin diet is my main focus. And it turns out, because I doubled down on my efforts to eat nutritious foods that helps my body age well, I already lost half the weight I have gained after I stopped the birth control. It seems I can lose weight without Ozempic at 46, but I have not lost all the weight I have gained yet, so I don't want to speak too fast. To give you the full picture, last November I gained 10 pounds in a week and a half. It was crazy. I have lost 5 of them. I still have 5 to lose. It's a struggle, but I know eventually I can do it. If you want to learn about my ageless skin diet and to see what I eat specifically in one day, I'm linking the video right here. I will see you in the next video.